everybody, I'm here at a Vietnamese restaurant. It's sort of a slightly upmarket Vietnamese restaurant. It's in a space that used to be a breakfast and lunch place, Queensway Grill. And I used to come here regularly. I've taped a lot of podcasts. I used to have breakfast there during the pandemic in the patio, and I used to eat inside. It used to be one of my favorite sort of go-to breakfast locations. So, but they closed down, and it's been replaced by a Vietnamese restaurant. And there are apparently there's the main one. The first one was in Mississauga, and it was very popular, and it's slightly upmarket Vietnamese. So I've been meaning to try it for some time now. It's been here for a year or 2 years, and I think I came once for lunch, but they don't have like lunch menu or anything. And I said if I'm gonna go from the evening menu, I'll just come in the evening. So today I decided I'm passing by this way. I'm gonna go to Petsmart and look for the senior food for Agita. Try to separate so that the boys don't eat her food. And the other thing is that there was some pull today, so they came back. But I guess on the one hand, all the stuff with Agita and the food and the blood tests and the results and the try this and the try that and on the one hand it's distraction, which is good, On the other hand, it's a bit stressful because I'm like going, oh shit, now I gotta go and all of this stuff. So I'm like, and then on top of that, the last binge was a mild one because it got cut short. And all of those other things happening, so I was just like, I felt the pull today. It's been on and off. I mean, it was sort of there on the weekend. Thank you very much. Excellent. Yeah, thank you. I look very good. So this is my dinner. It's a seafood. It's like shrimp cakes and shrimp and and they already brought me the hot chilies, and they bring you bread. And I was trying. Okay, the food is good. It's kind of a clear broth, and they put all this noodles and seafood and stuff. And then I added the heat with these very nice hot peppers. And I think you're supposed to put the soy sauce into the thing. I wasn't sure. Okay, I'm here at Petsmart, and I'm looking for senior food for Agita. Now, I'm going to start with the wet one because this can be very easy to separate because the boys never eat her food. And she eats in the dining room and the boys eat in the kitchen. So that's going to be very easy to. So I've got kitten, we're adult. Listen to that. Yeah? So, gotta find senior. Okay, I will find it. And then gradually we will start with the dry as well. It's 11:11, and we get widow babies there, and we get widow babies there, and I say Agita is there. I saw something white under the dining table. There's something sort of whitish under the dining table. It's an Agita. So anyway, I got back. I had fed the kids, starting to give Agita the senior the wet food. For now, she's still having the same dry, but I'm going to try to give her. I'm going to get some dry senior food and give it to her in this room when these babies aren't in here. So we'll figure all that out. But for now, we're starting with the wet, just because it's so much easier. She ate her wet in her bowl in her dining room, and babies ate their wet here in the kitchen as usual. Hello, everybody. You'll never ever guess where I am with my casino. Okay. So now I had a good night with the kids. Good morning with the kids. And I started to feel some pull. And I talked to my contractor, and apparently it's moving at his pace. But, the plumber has come, and I has to come one more time to hook up the shower and stuff. And my contractor has to do a couple of things. He says by the end of next week. So I'm like going, okay. The following week, I'm supposed to go give the money to the plumber. And after that, it's really, once the bathroom is done, it's only really just some light fixtures and trim. And I'll get my contractor, my realtor to come and give an estimate. So I was talking to him, and I'm very open with my, and I told him there was a minor binge. I don't go into details, but he knows that, kind of what's involved. So I told him it got a bit cut short, but, last week. And then after that, the pulls have been on and off. And we're talking about substances and stuff like that. He doesn't do anything. He's completely, I think he might have the occasional beer, like once every 3 months or something. He's just very slow. I had a junkie contractor way back in Niagara, and he worked at least quickly when he got his substance. And then his dealers would come to threaten to break his legs if he didn't pay, and then he'd come to me, and I'd give him money to pay his dealers. So I was kind of living through my addiction through him. But anyway, this one doesn't do anything at all. So he was like going, and I said, my previous contractor, he was on methadone. I used to drive him, and he said, and I said it helps him get off. He was on opiates. So he goes, "Oh, isn't there something like that for you?" And I go, "Well, my thing isn't really a physiological. I'm not a daily user. It's more of a psychological and it's a combination thing." And I said, the stuff that I do is not really, unless you do it daily for, a period of time, it's not really, at this point, I'm not at that stage. It's more of a psychological addiction. And he goes, "Oh, that's too bad that there isn't some kind of, weaning off process for you, something like that, the drug that they use with opiates." And I go, "There is. I call it a controlled burn. It's a casino." The casino for me, this is basically a drug. But this is a drug that for me is, less damaging health-wise. So basically, this is like, for me, the methadone for my addiction. This is like less damaging health-wise than the other thing. So, you're not going to, overdose on this thing. You're not going to get, unless you're really, I have seen occasionally people have heart attacks, but they're very old people, and this is like, it's not probably would have happened even if you're at home. So it's not, there's less physical, dangers here. There's just a danger, but my contractor knows this because he's known people who have lost a lot gambling. A new guy in the town who lost his business and lost his house and all of that stuff. And he goes, "Yeah, but you could, I say, "Yes, there are side effects. There are downsides to alternative, I think there's downsides to methadone too, but that's a whole other thing. That was just an analogy for my contractor." So after all of that talk and everything, and I got ready, and I actually came out to see a movie. But I had to go to the bank first, and I missed the movie timing. By the time I got in, and it's the movie I really want to see, Monkey Man, and I would have missed the first 5 minutes, and I didn't want to do that. And I had been to the bank and made sure that there's, and I think I had a little stash, which I brought with me, of cash from before, from the casino. So I'm like, okay, the next movie showing is 4:30. It was 1:30, then 4:30. And I got some time to kill. I wonder where I'm going to go. And I do have some cash from the previous casino stash. On in, and I put $20 into this machine, which I was playing last time, and I didn't get much from. But my first $20, my first spin, I won $45. So I got, I got the $45 and then the 60, the 20 for before. I got $60 and change in my hand. So give me something a little bit to play with, just a little bit of a controlled burn, So trying not to. I brought in, I think, 200 with me. So the goal is not to lose all of that if I can possibly help it, or if I do lose that 200, just to walk out and not get more money from the car. Those are the goals. But the first goal is just to play little bits with this and get a little bit of a buzz and just kind of, and then try to go get something to eat and then go to watch the 4:30 movie. At least that's the plan. So it started off pretty well. Spins on this one. I don't think it pays a lot, but it's okay. On this side, and I'm getting some respins, which I didn't on the other side. I don't know if it's going to pay much, like $30, $40, a little bit more, but still, it's interesting, it's fun. Bye for now. This machine is quieter. For the plan, I was up maybe $100, and I'm walking out and I see these Zeus machines were available, and I couldn't resist it, and I fed all the money I had on me into the Zeus machines. but at least, I mean, I'd left 100 in the car. I left my bank cards, everything in the car, so I didn't access more. And I was coming out to the car, and there is still the 100 sitting in the, and I was like tempted to go back in, and I'm like going, no, I want to go see the movie. And I'll have something to eat here, like a pizza or something while I'm eating. So I still got 100 there. I'm down like 300. But that's about what the cost of admission at a casino. No, 200 actually, 200 and a bit, because I'd gone up a bit to 300. 220, 240 I'm down, but that's for me, that's even. Okay, it was pretty much as good as I expected. It was really, I mean, it's sort of Slumdog Millionaire meets John Wick meets Sacred Games, It was vigilante and action and, kind of a critique of caste system in India and politics. And my only thing, it's kind of anti-religious, but it's kind of framed in a sort of a semi-religious-y, the vigilante takes the monkey god kind of persona thingy, but it's not really a persona, but, there's a little bit too much of anything that deals with India, there's going to be there's all kinds of religious shit, so there's going to be some religious shit, so, of all kinds, and it's like, they've got all their different, the Hindus and the Muslims and the Christians and the whatever, and they've got a little bit of each of those in there, and they've got, they got these gods, and I kind of recognized. I think that I don't think it's going to go down well in India because, well, with at least I'm not even sure they'll have to show it because I think it is sort of taking a dig at the current ruling Indian political party, which is style machines just for a change rather than the new ones. I gotta win. You're not gonna get a lot off of this, but anyway, a little bit to play with. Bye for now. During the day, and I fed the kids, of course, and one of the babies is there. You can see him looking at him under the chair. I think his sister chased him under the chair, and he's like, "Oh, our sister's back to feeling normal again." She's chasing us around, and then the other baby is there, and then Agita is there. She's had her breakfast and she's had her brother chasing, so she's quite happy now. So, everything is good. I exchanged a text with my local cat rescue friend. All of that very good. Had a conversation with my father and stuff like that. And then, a little bit of an issue, problem. There's that much money left over from the casino. Cash. You know what cash does to me when it's like, better it go to a casino than to what. So, and it's a nice day. So I'm thinking just to be a little different. I might go out for something to eat and maybe drive to another casino for a change. Be daring, like Milton. I grew up outside of Milton, so I have very bad associations with Milton, so might as well gamble there too. At my local Harvey's drive-thru, because I am going to head to, I got my money burning a hole in my pocket. I am going to the Milton Casino. I think I might try it. But on the way, such a nice day, I decided to make a road trip out of it. Get a veggie burger to eat while I'm driving. Oh, bye for now. It's a lot better than slithering. It's expensive, but better than slithering. Bye for now. Okay, I'm here at the Mohawk Casino in Milton. And I lost those 400 whatever I brought with me, and then another 100. I don't like any of the machines here, though. Some of them are the standard ones over there, that type. But most of the machines that I've tried, I just, I don't like them. Well, I keep losing money. But the other machines I'm familiar with are Woodbine. They're like mostly older style machines. A lot of the video ones like that I don't play. Before leaving, I got a bonus spin on this Aztec machine. I don't think they pay a lot, but each plays a little price. Anyway, let's see how this goes, and then I'm going to head to Woodbine. Okay, just before walking out and heading for Woodbine, I tried this Goddess of the Wild machines, and I'm getting some free spins on it. So she's flapping her wings. I'm not sure what my line won. I think it's still got 5 free games remaining, and then it spins on here, and then whatever you get on there, she gives you a few credits. I think I'm going to cash this and head to Woodbine. Thank you, Goddess. That was such an awful experience. Milton, Ontario casino, Mohawk, awful. But just I feel like I'm coming home now. Goodbye. Hello. Goodbye. can lose money here, that's fine. Again, the goal is to try to leave without accessing every dollar I can access. Might not be able to do it, let alone walk out up. Anyway, at least the bar is low. Bye for now. So much better in here. The carpeting and shit is the same, but the machines here are much better. After trying all the other machines, I'm back to Zeus. Hi, Zeus. I start doing what these people are doing. They start touching the screen, it will go like this. It doesn't really work, but 6-0 for what I brought in from the car, which is pretty much everything I had left over from the other place. And then I got some money on the Zeus, like 160 or something. So I'm eating while I still have the money. And then I'll see if I can get out of here without accessing everything I can access. Doesn't look good right now. Oh, I'm having my fortunately shrimp. Fortunately vegetable. It's very good, you know. So I'm gonna have this and then have to go to the car to get my meds. And I will keep going. At some point, I'm going to try to walk out. You know, but so far, it's going the feed all you can access route. Bye for now. To the car to get my meds, and I'm trying this other machine rather than Zeus for now. The limit it's like $2 a bed rather than $3 or $6, but you don't get as much on the spins. But anyway, I'm probably going to the Zeus one after this. Bye for now. Back to Zeus, and I got back to Zeus, and I got an expand with the golden one. So hopefully that's good. Bye for now. Now hours later, and of course I have completely burnt up the burn again. Reached the point where I have to access every dollar I can access. You know, and now I did that. I had accessed every dollar I could access. Kept feeding it. The Zeus machines were taking money, but not giving any. And then finally, the last money I took out. I had a win on a Zeus machine of a couple of $100. And I'm just sitting there, just about to feed it back in. And I think I won another 50 or whatever. And I said, if I don't leave now, I mean, you know, I'm still down quite a lot for the day. But if I don't leave now, then I'm fucked. Then you know, then the control burn gets out of control, and it's worse than what it's trying to control. It's worse than the thing that I'm using it as a substitute for. Even though I've discussed this so many times, and with my friend as well, you know, and even with the restaurant guy. I mean, the thing about this one is, it's very compulsive, very addictive. You can lose a lot of money. You know, people have lost their businesses and their houses and all of that stuff. The restaurant guy was telling me when he worked here, he'd seen that. But in my case, there is less health risks. There's just stress and there's money, you know. But there isn't a risk of, substances or, triggering, health conditions and stuff like that. That is just not there, you know. So it's still preferable, as awful as it is, but it reaches a point where, even without the health detriments of the other thing, it's actually just as bad as the other thing. The door, haven't taken off my jacket or, the bag from the car with my hat and stuff. I see one of the things is knocked over. Well, they're going to keep themselves busy, I guess, when Dad isn't at home. And it means that Agita was chasing brothers, or brothers were chasing Agita. So one of the babies is there, running around. I'm not chasing you, sweetie. Your sister chases you. I'm not going to chase you. Just checking to make sure that no clumps of fur, all years accounted for. And, just a knocked over cat gun, no big deal. So, as long as everybody is safe and, have all ears. Daddy's safe, Daddy's sober. Daddy's just broke, but that happens. Better to be broke than the other thing, and broke. Anyway, bye for now. I was saying when I was walking out of the, the casino parking lot, just such a relief just to be home with the kids. Oh, there's a knocked over cat condom, but other than that, everyone's safe. I'm safe. It's good. Bye for now. Hello, everybody. I'm here at another brunch place. This is on the other side of the drug mart and metro that I go to, just over there. Lakeshore, just a little bit up on Park Lawn. And I've seen this place for several years, but I have never been to it. Once, a long time ago, in a previous incarnation of the restaurant. So now it does have a brunch menu, and I went to the other place first, my usual on Lakeshore, and they didn't have. They would just still have the brunch available, but they didn't have any seating on the so-called patio, the enclosed patio, or even inside. And he says, "Do you want to sit in the bar?" And I said, "I don't like sitting at the bar. Especially when I'm the only person at the bar. I don't really like it." So he said, "Come back in 20 minutes." I said, "In 20 minutes you won't have brunch." And he goes, "That's true." And I said, I came for brunch. And I'm a regular there. I just, I feel like going, forget it, I said next time maybe. So I walked up to this place, a little bit more of a walk, and just made the brunch here by like 2 minutes. And the guy had to go and check with the chef, and he said, "Okay, we don't have this. We don't have toast avocado. We don't have that, but we have what I wanted to have: eggs Benedict with mushrooms and salad." And they have a hot sauce here. I like the hot sauce there better. It's actual habaneros. Here, it's a habanero sauce. It's a proper sauce. It's soft, but I do like it. But I prefer it there. The service is okay, but the problem today is that they've got a birthday party. That whole end of it. It's like a big 2 tables put together. It's like a whole birthday party. So, and I think they'd be. Hello, everybody. I just finished eating the other side of that bridge there, and I'm walking up this way. Instead of taking the short way home, I'm taking the longer way up here to Queensway, and then over that way. And you can see the building is, I don't know if you can see it in there, it's the second one at the back there. So, but you have to go all the way around, So I'm going to go Queensway, and then maybe stop at the drug mart and get some cola if they have it, and then walk through the tunnel, the tunnel going under the bridge where the streetcar goes. So you can, there's a pedestrian access. So that's the plan. I haven't had a walk out this way in quite some time, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. So it's a good rechanneling, and I'm just sitting here on a bench on Queensway, and I'm coming from that side, and that side is the drug mart, and our building is over there. So I haven't just sat on a park bench or a bench, not really a park bench, in a long time. It's a better rechanneling than Casino. A lot cheaper. This is the Humber Loop. I'm just going to walk through that tunnel. It's a streetcar tunnel, but there's a little pedestrian walk here on the right side, and it goes onto the highway, and then the buildings are just over there. So, this is all the buses and streetcars come here. Anyway, we're just going to walk through the tunnel and then across there and then back to the kids. As you know. It's the next day. I'm just about to have my breakfast. It's 2:30. The eclipse is just about to begin. Supposedly the partial eclipse here, and then total, I think, at about 3:30. So it's just about to begin. I tried closing the blinds, but they're stuck. So it's pretty cloudy, so I should be okay. I won't go stand by the window. I'll try to keep the kids. Agita is under the bed, and one of the babies is under the bed. So I wonder if the kids, they kind of sense that there's something going on outside. Eclipse, safety under the bed. If I fit under the bed, I would have gone under the bed too. So anyway, I'm just having my breakfast. Now the news is, yesterday I came back from the walk, everything was fine. There was pull. It was pretty struggle because I'd used the casino thing before, and my tooth is hurting, which is I'm taking Tylenol, but there was still pull for the main thing, and if not for the main thing, then casino. So it's okay. I stayed home. I exchanged texts with a friend. I spent time with the kids. I enjoyed time with the kids, being sober at home with the kids. And I was hoping. I'm not seriously into astrology or anything like that. Tarot, I picked the tarot cards and, stuff like that. But, I have been reading online all the stuff about the solar eclipse, and it's a retrograde Mercury, and it could cause conflict with people, but it can also be, for my birth sign, Cancer, there's some positive things about change and, universe stuff helping you, which universe sort of has helped me. Last couple of binges could have been the last one particularly could have been much, much, much worse, So, something happened that kind of cut it short. So So there is stuff kind of, but then the thing with these things is you can read in whatever you like, Now, sweetheart, I wouldn't go near the window. I mean, if you go near the window, just don't look out it. But I think it's pretty cloudy, so I think we're okay. So anyway, the thing is that at night I did, in the morning, I had pretty strong pull. Now, I don't know if it's, possibly connected. There's people out there looking up, probably wearing the special glasses and stuff. But there, I don't know, there was pull. It was pretty strong pull. And I don't know if it's because of the eclipse or because I know this is an eclipse, so that I, self-fulfilling prophecy, confirmation bias, the usual psychological, scientific stuff, the rational explanations. But the pull was very strong. Or just because, time, and I used the casino binge a lot, and it worked temporarily, but, this morning the pull was very strong. But it's okay. I'm not going to go out like slithering during an eclipse, don't need to go blind on top of everything else. So, and then my dental thing is coming up a couple of days, and this is not a good time to go partying, slithering. I may have gone to the casino, but I'd rather not. Right now, the important thing is just to stay safe at home with the kids during the eclipse, not stare at the sun, and it's just about to start now, apparently, 2:30. So I'm going to have my so by the time I battle the inner whatever and actually got round to getting ready and wearing my Karanimu shirt for luck, I'm doing my veggie sausages. It's 2:30, so it's eclipse is beginning. It's quite cloudy, so I'm hoping that there isn't danger. Everybody, it's the totality. It's the eclipse, and we've got one of the babies is there. I was a little bit worried because I don't want to look directly. It's very cloudy here, so I think we're safe. My blinds don't close. They're jammed. So I was going to close the blinds and just stay in, but blinds don't close, but it's okay. One of the babies is there, quite safe. The other baby is there. I mean, the sun is on that side anyway, not this side. So he's safe. And I'm just not going right up to the window. I think right now is the actual totality. And I just saw online, people were they're cheering and clapping in Niagara. I think maybe it's less cloudy there. And you could actually see the disc and the black and the whatever. Here, it's just clouds. It's nothing, and it was supposed to be really short. And for some reason, Agita is under the bed. So maybe she senses, They were saying that animals, if it gets dark in the day, animals might get a bit, But I think more than that, I mean, it might be an energy thing. She's under there somewhere. They'll see the white. That's Agita. So maybe she senses. Now, I'm not, I don't take astrology and all that kind of stuff too seriously, too literally. I don't 100% discount it either, but I've been reading all this stuff about how supposedly this eclipse thing is astrologically significant. It could also be negative, the so-called Mercury retrograde or something, and they were witches who charge water. I'm not going to do all that, but they put water outside to be charged during the eclipse because the energy goes into the water, and they use that in rituals and stuff. That's kind of cool. But apparently, but I was reading, one of them was going, because it's Mercury retrograde, there's some negative energy there that could lead to conflict with people and stuff. So I'm not charging my water. And I'm not going to charge water anyway. It's okay, not to worry. But I did feel okay. Yesterday, the walk came back, everything was fine with the kids, and there was some pull, but I did not go to the casino, I didn't do the other thing, and I had a very good night with the kids, enjoyed sober family time, all of that stuff, saved a lot of money by not going to the casino, and then, this morning, the pull was very strong. Now, it could be that I knew that it's eclipse today, and the eclipse is supposed to, mess with energy. So it's psychologically, it's called, I think, confirmation bias, or self-fulfilling prophecy, or expectancy effect, or all that kind of shit, It's become very bright here, so maybe that darker period during afternoon was due to the partial eclipse after all. But anyway, I don't think that we were harmed or anything by it. It was very overcast. So I don't think I can't close the blinds. Anyway, kids and I seem to be fine. one baby there, and Agita is in the bedroom. I think she came out from under the bed, and then she went back under the bed, Still feeling a little, very kind of pulls, fucked up. My tooth is paining. I'm taking Tylenol. Pulls are very strong. I don't think it's got anything to do with the eclipse, but one never knows about these things, So I don't know. I'm going to try to at least do a little riding, maybe go for a walk. If I have to, I'll go to the casino. But yesterday the walk did help for a little while, but then today it was just back full force. So I don't know what to do. But anyway, sitting very nicely by the window. Here I am. The Zeus machine took quite a bit of my money, but I got a bonus spin here. This doesn't pay a lot, but I'm getting a few. I'll try not to access everything I can access. The black Zeus played all the other machines, lost a whole bunch of money. Now this is what the people do, and I'm not really, if you get one of those, you get more money. Yeah, they go, that does nothing. This is like the rat in the Skinner box. It doesn't do anything, but it's like, it's superstition, So it's like, it's not because I touched it, but I just happened to get, a few more lines. And then people are like hitting it, and they're kissing it, and they're like, and they go like this, to get it. If it goes purple, you get more money. You get more money. Oh, yeah, see, it expanded, but it's all silver. I want him to go gold. So, but I'm doing this very gently. The other Casino Weasels, they get wild on these things. Anyway, I got $20-30 out of that. I touched and all that's right out of Skinner at upward conditioning. Yeah, there was like you had pigeons that they gave random reinforcement to, and they associated whatever they happened to be doing in the Skinner box, like turning around once to the left and once to the right, and then they started doing that but the reinforcement was entirely random. So anyway, I got a little bit of a spin. Bye for now. I should have touched it harder. People I'm surprised you don't break the screens. Played for quite some time, 3-4 hours at least, and I think I'm about even. It's kind of rare, and of course I have a couple hundred. I came with a couple $100, maybe a couple of extra 20s, and it looks like in here there's there's 100, there's a few 20s. So I'm just about even, maybe down 20-40, up 20-40. But for me, that's a win because I'm leaving with cash in my pocket without having gone to the car to get my bank card and access more, which I had been considering when I was going down. But I had a relatively good win on the Zeus machines, and then I moved to other machines. So, but at this point, I'm just it doesn't really matter. I don't give a shit anymore. It's just I'm going to go home to my kids, give them food, go home to my kids, up, down. It was a rechanneling. It worked, and I have to be able to. I have to be able to walk out, because otherwise there's no point to this exercise. So it's not a controlled burn if it becomes worse than the other thing, which it does from time to time. So, already on the way back, I picked up the spicy shrimp. It's kind of dry, and it's breaded, so it's probably better to be eaten there, but it's okay. It looks good. And Manchurian soup. It's supposed to be spicy. It's not that spicy for me. If I go to that place again, I'll have to make it spicier. But so far, so good. I mean, I left about even from the casino, which is a big thing for me. And I picked up nice takeout on the way back. I fed the kids, so now I'm having my own supper. And then work on a journal entry and go to bed. I'll have to edit and post tomorrow. It's kind of late now. Bye for now. Buddy, it's now the next day, and we've got Agita there watching one of the babies. And the other baby there in the hall. Had a very good night with the kids, good morning, some insights. I don't know if I remember all of them, but addictions and stuff. And then fed the kids. One of the babies chased Agita, and then Agita retaliated by chasing the other baby, not even the one that chased her. She chased him onto the bed, and then we had a little bit minor drama llama, but that's family dynamics. So everything's good. And there was simple this morning, but it's okay. I mean, I'm not going slithering today. I'm not going to the casino. There was a little bit of pull, but I ended up feeding the kids, just relaxing a bit, and I'm now going to, and I've got the toothache I have to eat from the right side of my mouth. But I'm now going to go out for lunch, maybe to that Thai Indian place again, and maybe ice cream, and then, the positive rechannelings, maybe washing the car, and then Petsmart, and then back, and then if I can, I'll edit and post the next podcast. And then my out-of-province friend will be happy to see. I just washed the car, just got in, ride it. Now I'm going to head lunch, Petsmart, ice cream, all that stuff. Bye for now. Everybody, I'm back at the Thai Indian restaurant that I went to last week, and I had a very nice conversation with the husband owner. And afterwards, I talked about him in the car when I was talking about how his attitude was open compared to the artist guy that I knew before. And I mentioned that to him today. He hasn't seen the podcast, and I said, I do talk about you, but very positively. So this time, I went for the yellow curry and toned it down a bit. I was like, rather than 25 chili, went for like 15. I said, make like 12. It's still spicy for most people, but it's very good. And I got salad rather than the spring rolls because I'm trying to chew from the right side of my mouth. I do not want my tooth to come out in my mouth before I go to the dentist tomorrow. Hello everybody, I'm here at Dairy Cream again in Mississauga. There's a mini, and I'm living dangerously. There's something, new and exciting. Instead of chocolate dip, I went for butterscotch dip. And the twisty cone with the twisty ice cream with the chocolate and vanilla. I'm not sure the chocolate is going with the butterscotch, but I wanted to try something different, So, I had a very good lunch again, excellent food, and 10 chili. I mean, even that's hot for most people. For me, it's good. Next time I might go 15. I did not eat my own tooth. It's still in there. Hopefully it will stay in there until tomorrow. And I had a very nice conversation. As I said, I'm very open with the owner, and he goes, oh, and I said something about Casino, and he said, oh, you went back to Casino? I go, yeah, okay. But I'm clean of the other thing. And I said, I talked about you. I haven't had a chance to see the latest podcast yet, but I said I talked about you, and how talking to him and the fact that he's willing to hear about alternate stuff, and and kind of quite non-judgmentally kind of triggered me to think of that awful so-called pseudo-artist guy I knew, judgmental piece of shit that I knew some years ago and I have no contact with anymore. So, but I talked to him about the casino and about this and about food and about chili levels and, about recommended Monkey Man. And he was like, I said, I went to the casino before and after. So it was supposed to be rechanneling. It was supposed to be like, a positive thing, so don't go to the casino. I went to the casino anyway. But I said, it's okay. And he was getting... Hello, everybody. Just came in the door, and we've got Agita nicely settled there. And we've got one of the babies is up there. And we've got the other baby there. And after the ice cream, I went to Petsmart, of course. But all kinds of nice flavors for Agita, the senior ones and the ones for the babies, and some that can be both the babies and Agita can have. And then I stopped at Sobeys and I got some mushrooms and some pears, my shopping. And Dollarama, I bought myself some socks as Father's Day's presents from the kids. If they could, I'm pretty sure they would buy Dollarama socks with lions on them. I think that's a lion. It's got math on it, but I thought it was kind of funny. It's like a kind of thing that a kid would buy, I guess. And then basmati pouches of rice and stuff like that. So this is my turn. I put away the groceries, such as they were, and Agita is there, and one of the babies is there. I think he may have been chased. That's supposed to be like neutral territory. And the other baby's there. Now, I'm going to do a very quick synopsis here. So this is a Tuesday, not a Sunday, as I normally post on. But last week I posted on the Wednesday because I just had so much material. So I posted on the Wednesday. And then after that, there were some pretty strong pulls. But I used the casino control burn. And as I was saying to someone... I think in a text or an email to a friend. I mean, the casino control burns, they do work. My friend was saying, well, I'm glad to see these control burn is working. It does work, quote unquote, but it's a very high price to pay. Literally, as well as metaphorically, because it's just so exhausting and so compulsive and compulsive and compulsive, and the poor other weasels there, gambling weasels, and people are like spitting on the screen and doing gestures on the screen and doing voodoo on the screen and hitting the screen, and there I am. I'm not hitting it, but I'm like trying to bring trying to get the symbol into the slot, and I'm like the Skinner's rat or the pigeon in the Skinner box at random reinforcers. So anyway, that's kind of my estimate. But it worked, and I did actually go to the see a very good movie, which I'm recommending to everyone. Even after the movie, I went to the casino, but it's okay. And the last couple of times in the casino weren't. Yesterday I left even, and I was talking to the restaurant guy about that. So it's sort of a good sign. But I want to cut down the casino as much as possible because it is very, very compulsive and risky, and it's not a strategy that I would advise to anyone else. It's very risky, but it's worked. So I'm now, and that's the other reason I'm posting today, is just about 2 weeks. So I'll say 2 weeks. It's actually, I think Wednesday was the binge, and it was a very minor binge because it got cut short, slither party. So let's say 2 weeks, and then maybe I'll be back onto track, and next week I'll post on the Sunday as usual. So during that week, there were casino control burns, there were pulls, I did go to see a very good movie, and there was an eclipse, which we tried to not look at from in here. It was very cloudy, but I think, we were protected in here. It was cloudy, and you can't see much, so everything was fine. But the energy, maybe, who knows? They're saying, as I said, I don't take all of that stuff literally, but I don't 100% discount it either. Open to everything here. So, I did feel, energy was like really pretty twisted yesterday morning before the eclipse. But then that could also have been because I was expecting it to be because of all the eclipse stuff, and also because of the polls and the gambling and the various other things going on in my life. So not necessarily caused by, this sun being covered by a moon, or moon being covered by whatever happens up there. It's not my thing, But okay. So we made 2 weeks clear of the main thing, and that was a very minor binge. So that's really, the last major binge was now 8 weeks. Over 8 weeks, So it's not surprising that the pulls were, and that was a very major binge, and then there was a sort of a thwarted binge 2 weeks ago. So it's not surprising that the pulls were back, and then all this energy stuff. So who knows what's going on? But for me, right now, it's day to day. There were some positive things. I'm keeping an eye out for the asynchronicities as always, and there were little ones today that I kind of pointed out. And there's also the toothache. It's really hurting. The thing is just about to come off. So hopefully he'll be able to, my dentist will be able to just extract it tomorrow. And then I'll be in pain for a while. So maybe that will be a distraction. Not a good distraction, but maybe that will reduce the pulls and sort of keep me out of the casinos, at least for a few days. So it's one day at a time, but we're starting to get back to. I did wash the car today. And I did talk to the restaurant guy, and and he's very open to, and he goes, "Oh, so you went back to the casino?" I go, "Yeah, I went back." I said it's a control bird, So that's what's happening. We're 2 weeks clear of the last mini binging, 8 weeks clear of a major binge, and day one clear of casino. But the casino doesn't really count because it's a sort of a separate thing. So last week when I was talking to the restaurateur, I did say, and he was sort of impressed. He's like, "You got all three major thingies," and I go, "Yeah." I said, "It's a trifecta." Lucky me. So anyway, that's what's happening. So I'm going to edit and post, and I may post again on Sunday. We'll see how things go, or I might do it during the week. See if there's enough material. I might go back to the Sunday. And tomorrow's a dentist, so I will tape it afterwards. Where even though I could barely be able to talk, I don't think I'll be able to eat afterwards. But I will tape a bit tomorrow, and that'll be in the next podcast. So we've got one of the babies there, and we got one of the babies there. And we got Agita here. And I was talking to the restaurant guy. He's not a pet. He's got human kids. They've got human kids. So sort of a different thing. But so he didn't quite get that these are to me, these are like, my kids. They're not just cats. But I was trying to explain. But anyway, I mean, human kid people. I was talking to my cat rescuer friend also. But human kid people are kind of different from us. So we've got what are the babies there? And we got Agita there, and we've got the other baby there. So from the four of us, so from the three kids and myself, the nuttiest, craziest, most fucked up professor to ever walk the face of the earth. Bye for now. See you all next podcast.